Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. Gang, this video is a reaction to the Brooke and Jubal second date update show. Basically, man, I found these people on Facebook yesterday from a clip. It was funny. I end up finding their Facebook and then I end up finding their YouTube channel. So basically, what they do is they call random people, well, not that random, people email the show about an incident as far as basically they want them to call the person they went on a date with and ask them why they ghosted them or they don't want to go on a date. The person that they call is unsuspected. They might be at work or doing whatever, and the person, much like the late great Jerry Springer used to do, the person's on the other line listening right now. Oh, let's bring out. It's the same format, but not as, ratchet. Let's get into it, man. The Brooke and Jubal show.
Morning.
Second date, okay.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal.
Jubal, that's how you say his name.
Hello?
Hi. Is Austin there?
Yeah, this is Austin.
Hey, Austin, what's up? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
I think you probably have the wrong number.
No, I don't think I do. I think I'm talking to the right guy.
No, honestly, I don't know who you are. I think you've got the wrong number, probably.
No, I think I have the right number. I think I really need to speak with you about something.
All right. What does a radio show need to talk to me about?
Well, it's about a date that you recently went on.
That's the only thing I cannot, bro. Fire that man. Why do you got somebody's fat Mexican uncle laughing in the background constantly, not contributing anything to the actual content, but you sounded like you just smoked a whole lot of kush and you're eating tacos right now. Shout out to the Mexicans. I'm not racist. I love Mexicans so much. I made more of y'all. You're welcome.
One of our listeners. Her name is Andrea, and she actually emailed us asking if we could get you on the phone.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Emailed a radio station trying to get me on the phone?
Yes, it's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. Andrea is wondering why you haven't been returning any of her phone calls.
Wait, so she emailed you and asked you to call me to ask me why I didn't call her back?
Yes.
Like, this is something that you guys do for your listeners?
Yep, it is.
Yeah, that's
Kind
what
of
he
a
just
public
said,
service
bro.
for
Are
them.
you listening?
And it's a learning situation. You know, they get to hear what they did wrong on a date so they don't hopefully do it again.
If she really wanted you to call me?
Mm-hmm. Because she likes you. Should she know why you're not calling her back? Is it something that should be obvious to her?
I don't know. I don't think it would be obvious to her, to be honest with you, no.
Okay, well, she seemed
Second thing, why do they have this? Is kind of entertaining, but you could do better than this, bro. Like, the people that's watching this are not like elementary school age kids, and this is like some kind of iPad game. Like, come on, bro, this is weird. You could put literally, if you want me to help you out, I could do that, man. Links in the description.
It's when we talked to her about the date.
Oh, she's perfectly pleasant, and
Okay.
I think she's a nice girl.
Are you just not attracted to her or something?
She's very attractive. You know, there's just again, there was just some weird things that happened on the date that just made me not feel like we really should hang out again.
Can I tell you
Weird
what she thinks
things.
it is, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong?
Sure, if you want to go ahead, that's fine.
Let's
She
hear it.
thinks that you're not calling her back because she didn't know who Martin Scorsese
What?
who Martin Scorsese is.
How
You
petty.
can't pronounce his name.
I mean, yeah, it was honestly, it was pretty wild. All right, maybe you don't know him, but you at least know some of his movies. You know, like Gangs of New York's pretty recent, or The
Yeah.
Departed won an Oscar. You know,
And
at least pronounce his name right after I teach you. Come
yeah,
on.
it's usually pretty easy to say a name after you've heard it.
Oh, give her a
talked to
break,
her,
you guys.
when we talked to her, we tried to say it to her too. She still couldn't get it.
I always,
But she thinks
I mean,
that's why you're not calling her back.
but come
Dude's
on,
an
that can't be a
idiot background,
reason.
damn.
She can't pronounce a
No,
name.
it was pretty strange, but it's not the reason.
Okay, can you tell us what the reason is then?
So, all right, so I take her to this restaurant, and it's a pretty nice restaurant. We get brought to our table, and the waitress pulls out the chair for her to sit down at the table, and she hops up on the chair, like feet on the chair, standing on the chair.
Nick. Oh, my fucking son, hold on. I apologize, y'all. My son kicked my background down, my painting. He's just now waking up. Let's get to it. What happened?
In the middle of the restaurant. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Did you say she like stood on the chair?
Yeah, like literally with her feet. Like,
So her ghetto ass got up, stood on the chair because she thought that's why she pulled the chair out. That's a pretty good damn reason why I wouldn't want to be seen in public with this hood rat after this. Like, come on, bro. You ain't never been nowhere before?
stood 3 feet over everybody who was standing, stood on the chair because she said that the view from up there was breathtaking and she needed to take a picture for Instagram. So she
Wait,
stood
view of the-
on the chair.
So she's an Instagram thought? So she stood on a chair in front of the whole restaurant like somebody's autistic niece to take some Instagram pictures. You almost got me kicked out. Do you know how I'm hungry? What's wrong with you, dude? If we get kicked out this restaurant, you gotta pay. Hey, it's on the next dinner's on you, and I'm not taking you on a second. I'm blocking you before we even leave. Don't even try to send me them pictures, bro, cause you're blocked. Oh my God, did you block me? No, it's something wrong with my phone. I got bad reception in here.
I took a picture of like the restaurant room with like some windows in the background showing the view that we could see on her from standing on her. Like, it was embarrassing. It was one of the most embarrassing things. This is an expensive restaurant we went to.
Maybe she's never been to a nice restaurant before, and she was just like shocked to be there.
If she's never been to a nice restaurant, how old is she? If she's never been to a nice restaurant, her parents never took her, her boyfriends never took her, that says a lot about her. That means that you don't need to be with this girl. You might not even want to smack.
I'd be embarrassed to be there with her standing on the chair at a McDonald's.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Facts,
I don't know. I'm
nigga.
trying to help justify it for you.
I
Sam.
think
Nah.
it's cute. She gets excited about beautiful things.
No, and
That's
and,
not
and
cute,
I
bitch.
agree. Like if Andrea had only done it once, that would have been one thing.
She did this multiple times. She has a hamster's brain. What the hell?
But this odd Instagram behavior just kept happening
Instagram behavior.
and happening. For example, we're leaving the restaurant and she stops in the middle of us leaving. It's like, I really need to take a picture with this view in the background. So she like literally basically throws me her phone and runs over to the window and she gets into like this weird like yoga pose basically. Where
And you took the phone? I would have been like, baby, I'm not a photographer. Why don't you ask her over there? Why don't you ask him? You didn't even have to be mean about it. You could just be like, I don't feel comfortable with that, sweetheart. I don't take good pictures at all. You know, something to that effect. But I'm not about to take pictures of you. Bro, you with this meta brain, come on now. Your pre-meta cortex. What's wrong with you? Like, come on, bro.
she's got her leg behind her head and she's grabbing it with the other side arm. And I'm standing, I basically am sitting on someone's table while they're eating, trying to take a picture of her for Instagram doing a yoga pose in a restaurant in front of these windows. Like I said, it was weird. I don't want to go on a date with someone and be their professional Instagram photographer.
Come
You know what
on.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
You don't want to
bro.
add that to your list of job duties that you can do? Like special skills section on your resume. I'm a photographer.
Maybe if she was going to pay me for it, but the fact that I'm paying for dinner, I'm
Facts.
picking her up, we're going out on my dime, and I'm also her photographer for her pictures by herself. Give me a break. I don't need this in my life.
You know what else is kind of annoying?
What's
That nigga laughing in the fucking background. Smack him, bro.
He's actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
Oh.
That's not funny at all.
It's real.
Andrew, are you there?
I am.
Oh my god.
Her voice is annoying.
Austin.
She sound like she would do some shit like that.
Really, Austin? You have a problem with the fact that I like taking photographs?
Yeah, he took 50% of them photographs.
I like taking pictures of my Instagram. I have a lot of fans on there. And
You got a lot of fans on there? If you had so many fans, how come you never been to an expensive restaurant? Miss a lot of fans.
I'm known for doing poses in different places.
So you want to be known for doing poses in different places and you have a lot of fans? Sound like she's trying to start her only...
I mean, that's fantastic news, but I mean, we were out on a date. I figured you
Right.
could maybe focus on our date rather than your Instagram followers who you don't actually know. Like,
Thank
you're gonna show
you. No social
interest in someone,
skills.
at least sit there and be a part of what's going on rather than thinking about, well, how can I best interact with these strangers on the internet? Like,
He has a really good point, Andrea.
That's the only
People who
point.
follow me on Instagram, they like to know what I'm doing, and so
Nigga, so you care more about these strangers? Are you an alcoholic? You care more about these strangers than the person that's paying for this expensive restaurant? No. If you don't know, I'm just a regular guy, you know what I'm saying? But when I got my first fat check from this job, when I was still living with my BM, when we were together at that time, my plan was to take her to on an expensive dinner. Now, to me, because I don't know that much about, I know enough. I know that if you go to Applebee's, you might spend $50. You go to Denny's, you might spend $50. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I like her 4 times more than all them females. Well, I only took one female to lunch, and I probably didn't pay for it most of the time. But expensive restaurant, meaning the plate, meaning it's $50 a plate, meaning you're gonna spend at least $250. 3 drinks, an appetizer, and 2 plates. $250. I think I tipped the nigga maybe $20, because that's probably all I had, because I didn't even know it was an expensive restaurant. I just knew I only had, whatever the case. When he says expensive, and he's white, so he might have spent like $500, which I don't think he does, because he sounds like because he sounds like a younger guy. He sounds like a little younger than me. But when white people say expensive restaurant, they mean that, at least $250. $20, $30, $40 tip, $300, 4 phone bills. For you to be taking Instagram pictures? Are you crazy? And her bum ass probably didn't even know it was an expensive restaurant, because I forgot who told me when I was a kid, and I'm gonna play it right after this. When you go to like higher up restaurants, they have a man's menu and a female's menu. What does that mean? That means the man's menu has the prices on it. The women's menu, food, drinks, appetizers, burgers, breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. They don't see the prices. They don't know. They don't know how much this is. Steaks, omelets, breakfast burritos. They probably, if I go to a restaurant, an expensive restaurant, they got breakfast burritos, I'm out. I don't want no $400 breakfast burrito. $30 breakfast burrito? No, nigga. Whatever the case may be, and you're turning around and doing this, you act like you're a kid. You act like you're a kid and you never been nowhere. And you're basically using this man to stimulate the minds of your Instagram followers and get your numbers up. That's bogus as hell. Whatever you made off them pictures, you need to give him 75% today.
you know, I share it and stuff, and they like it.
Andrea, at one point,
So you
handed
paid
me
for that.
your phone and took my phone so that I could take a picture of you looking at a phone in front of a brick wall.
Shut up.
Are
That
you
is not
dumb?
true.
That
Do you
really
do
happened?
that?
It 100% happened. It made no sense. She was looking at my phone with me taking a picture of her phone so she could post herself looking at any phone in front of a brick wall on Instagram.
Andrea.
It was a great picture.
She's an
It got
idiot.
like 400 likes.
She's a stone cold idiot.
I'll
That's
tell
pretty
you,
good.
it got 1 unlike from me.
Andrea, I don't think that's the point. Like, if he spent his entire time on his phone, or maybe even doing his hobby while he was on a date with you, you would have found it incredibly rude.
And he would have the right to, because guess why? Because he's paying for it. He could have went there by himself. You couldn't. You're broke.
Well, I mean, we talked about a lot of different things. I mean, we had a whole discussion about movies and how much we both love movies.
You're gonna bring up the
You
movies
don't
again?
love movies.
You're gonna bring up the movies?
I thought we had a nice conversation about movies. But I got
One
fine.
conversation.
It was fine. Yeah, the whole thing was just fine.
Andrea, you don't see how it could be a little bit annoying that you're taking pictures every
No.
5 seconds and making him basically your hired photographer for the evening.
Instagram is the wave of the future, and if you're not on Instagram, then you're not a part of the future. So that really sucks for you.
Oh, I think you work
She's-
for Instagram. This is ridiculous.
Oh, God.
No, she works for the devil herself. She's an asshole.
Well, you know what, Austin, I would love to ask you this question. Would you like to go out with Andrea on a second date? We will pay for it.
Hell nah.
Andrea, again, you're super sweet, and there's another Instagrammer out there for you. That
Ooh.
dude is not me.
Whatever. I get hit up by so many guys on my Instagram. I don't even need to go out on a date with you.
Oh, sweet.
Do you see what this is? Look at this defense mechanism. You get hit up by so many guys on Instagram. Okay, they only want you for number one, that wet thing. Number two, clout. They don't want you. And if you get hit up by so many, and the reason that you picked him because he didn't know that you were lightweight popping. How much I'm not gonna lie, she 400 likes. She might have like maybe, I give her maybe 20K, something like that. Hold on. Craig. Oh no, he's quiet. He's quiet. Just stay like that. Be quiet. His name's not Craig. His name's Baby Aaron. I don't want to FaceTime you. Go not nice. But there's a plethora of because number one, yeah, they hit her up, but they don't want to be with an Instagram thought. And that doesn't mean that she's spreading her legs, like God spreads out his love. But at the end of the day, all this attention-seeking behavior, and look at you wasted this man's time trying to take pictures. You use this man to take pictures and for a free meal and for free validation and free attention. Do you see that the disgustingness in that? That sucks, bro. I feel sorry for him. I would have accepted the second date, but I would have canceled on her and took another bit. That's what I would have did. At least try to get my money's worth. Or I would have went by myself,
Sound like you
sat
do.
at different
No,
tables.
Andrea, thank you. I'm sorry it wasn't a successful second date update.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Before we let you go, though, do you need to take a picture of yourself on the phone doing a second date update?
You know, I never thought of that. I should totally do that.
No, you should not do that.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, my goodness.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
He is a dumbass. Alright, it is what it is. It's not what it's not. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the band, you the band, we the band together. Man, let's in the bread, breathe it in. Peace. Gang, gang.